Working with Ray is sort of like working in the washing machine of the future. He keeps you stimulated. They're kind of a here-ness, a now-ness, which you don't usually find with writers. Writers tend to either work in the past or what they believe to be the future. But I don't think Ray's ever written anything which has anything to do with the future. I mean, he makes the future now by the way he writes and by his awareness of sort of vitality. And it rubs off on people that work with him. That's why it's fun to work with him.
In the instant of getting an idea, I go act it out on paper. I don't put it away. I don't delay. I don't put off to tomorrow doing what I must do right now to find out what my secret self needs, wants, desires with all its heart. And then it speaks, and I have enough brains to get out of the way and listen. And 2 hours later, sitting at the typewriter, you look at the paper and you say, so that's what I think about the death of Hemingway. Is that how much I was hurt? So that we act out these tensions continually. We keep cleansing the stream, just as any impurity running downhill in a river, by the time it travels 9 miles, is purified. So the life of a man traveling to the sea, which is our inevitable death someday, purifies itself. It must. Because if you do not purify, these tensions remain in and turn in on yourself and destroy you. The man who cannot laugh freely is a sick man. The man who cannot cry and release his tears in that direction is a sick man. The man who cannot be violent through exercise, through sports, through acting out his violence in paper or painting or acting on a stage is a sick man. I've made the point on many occasions that the only thing you're ever going to own in your life is your work. I own my books. The farmer who farms creatively and happily is a man that knows every stalk of wheat or corn that comes up on his land, because he has tilled these fields, because he has planted the seed, because he has picked the fruit, because he has painted the barn. It doesn't sound like much, does it? But when you actually paint a house, I painted a whole house once. I'd never done anything like it. It was hellish work. I hated every moment. But when I was over and stood back, it looked beautiful, and I was rather proud of myself. The house belonged to me suddenly. So we belong only by doing, and we own only by doing, and we love only by doing and knowing. And if you want an interpretation of life and love, that would be the closest thing I could come to.